Here's more of the Alice Stewart Show on 96.5 The Voice.
She's got the fire and the fight of a gypsy. Ain't nothing stronger than the heart of Dixie. The heart of Dixie. It's a funny thing.
Well, welcome back to the Alice Stewart Show, 7:49. Two candidates in a very heated runoff for Arkansas Attorney General on the Republican side. Join me in studio, joined here with Leslie Rutledge and David Sterling. And I want to follow up. Got just but on this last segment here, there's a few points of follow-up. And I want to talk first off. David Sterling, you had a follow-up on a couple of points made.
Yeah, a couple of things. I'm being criticized for one client out of 15 years of private practice experience and so forth. And again, I don't judge my clients. It's up to it's another difference between myself and Ms. Rutledge is. I understand the system of justice here and everything. And the fact is that lawyers represent. And we have a duty to zealously advocate for our clients, and it's up to the court, the jury, and the judge to make a determination as to who's right and who's wrong. And that's what I try to do. I try to provide zealous advocacy for my clients. Just like, Asa Hutchison has been a lawyer for a number of years in this state and has a number of clients. And, he's been pounded out on the campaign trail, too, because of some of the clients. I don't think that that's fair. Someone that's actually actively engaged in the private practice of law like I have been for the last 15 years, I think that that's what we do. The only other things I wanted to follow up on is that the Judicial Crisis Network and the American Future Fund, again, there's no coordination between me and those entities, but if your listeners will just go to their websites and see what they stand for, they'll see that what they've done is they've chosen the most conservative candidate in this race and are getting behind me because they know that it's important. And, as far as, outside ads, Tom Cotton has so many outside ads coming in on his behalf, and Asa Hutchison has so many outside groups coming in supporting him. So, criticizing me because some third party has chosen their most conservative candidate and is trying to promote that candidacy, I don't think that that's a just criticism. All
right, I want to get Leslie to weigh in, if either respond to what he's saying, or we spent so much time talking about stand your ground. We spent a lot of time talking about the electric chair, and the reality is the purview of the Attorney General's office is so much more broad than that. From the standpoint of, as Attorney General, what would be your main focus and point of contrast with Mr. Sterling?
Sure. My experience, and this race should be about experience, my experience fighting Barack Obama and Nancy Pelosi when I was the lawyer with the Republican National Committee, and speaks volumes, because that's what we need. We have an overreaching federal government right now. We need someone with experience combating Nancy Pelosi and Barack Obama. That's why I'm just incensed every time I see these ads and appalled. And they even made the mistake of mailing one of their trashy mail pieces to my house. And I thought, well, wrong house. I'm not lined up with Nancy Pelosi and Barack Obama. Matter of fact, I fought against Nancy Pelosi and Barack Obama when I was the lawyer for the Republican National Committee. It comes down to experience. I was counsel to Governor Mike Huckabee. I understand what it means to the role of the Attorney General, advising state agencies. The Attorney General can't make laws. My opponent is out there acting as if he's going to be voting on laws. My phone is rung off the hook by people saying, I want you to vote for this, because he's intentionally misleading people. He's misleading them about the role of the Attorney General. He's misleading them about my record. And now you've got this out-of-state billion-dollar industry, and who knows where the money's coming from. The pornography industry has a lot of reason to want to have their contribution secret. I don't know who's given Judicial Crisis Network this money. Judicial Crisis Network's going to have to answer that for themselves.
All right, I'm gonna stop it right there. We've got 2 minutes left. I want both of you to have 1 minute to talk about why folks should go out between now and next Tuesday and vote for you, or they come out on Tuesday, and what makes you a better candidate to go against Nate Steele in November. And we'll start with you, Leslie.
Alice, I am the only candidate in this race with experience fighting Barack Obama and Nancy Pelosi's liberal agenda. I did so as the lawyer for the Republican National Committee. I am the only candidate with criminal background experience and protecting children of this state. That is the difference in this race, is about experience. It has nothing to do with issues that are unrelated to the Attorney General's office. Arkansas deserves an Attorney General they can trust. I have never lied to the people of Arkansas. I've never lied about my opponent, as my opponent has lied about me. I've never represented the pornography industry, which directly hurts families and children. My opponent represented the pornography industry in 2009, just 5 short years ago. He was representing a company that takes away from our Christian values and family values. I am the only candidate in this race Arkansans can trust as a conservative who has worked for against crime and against Barack Obama and Nancy Pelosi. That's Leslie Rutledge for Attorney General.
All right, David Sterling, you have 1 minute.
Well, again, as far as federal, fighting back against this overreaching federal government, that'll be the sole not the sole focus, but that'll be a shift in our direction and everything. There's a lot of good things that the current AG's office is doing. And I want to continue the good things that they're doing, but also I want to shift the focus a little bit to have an emphasis on pushing back against this overreaching federal government through the establishment of a federalism task force, which I think is a very responsible thing, rather than just saying I'm going to wake up every day and ask myself how I'm going to sue the federal government. To sue the federal government, you've actually got to have, you've got to actually practice law in the federal courts. If you go on Pacer, which is an online case database, and you put in David Sterling, you'll see that I've appeared in federal court over 40 times in my career. Ms. Rutledge has never appeared in federal court, according to Pacer records. I've got 15 years of experience in Arkansas courts representing Arkansas families and Arkansas small businesses on matters pertaining to Arkansas law. I've stayed here my entire career. I've got a wife and family here, and I've had other opportunities to move off, but I haven't done that. Ms. Rutledge moved off to Washington, where she is a political operative for 5 years, and then moved back here to run against me for Attorney General.
All right, we are out of time, but we appreciate you. Your website, real quick, David.
www.sterling4ag.com. Thank you for having us, Alice.
And Leslie, your website.
LeslieRutledge.com. Thank you so much.
All right, we appreciate both of you coming in. David Sterling, Leslie Rutledge. Go out and vote between now and starting tomorrow until Tuesday. That wraps it up for this edition of the show. Have a great day, and we'll talk tomorrow.
White and blue. Of the red, white, brought to you courtesy of the red, white, and blue.
The Alice Stewart Show on 96.5 The Voice.